What's good, everybody? JV Lewis back at y'all with another prediction video. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. Any videos y'all want me to react to, hit me up. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, the Stardust app at JV Lewis 77. Got a Patreon at $1 tier, JV Lewis. Hit the notification button to be alerted when I post new videos. Check out my Twitch gaming channel, JV Lewis. And check me out on TikTok, JV Lewis 77. Now, as I said, I'm going to give my predictions for WWE Backlash, which is tomorrow night. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. First up, we got the United States Championship, Apollo Crews versus Andrade. I'm going with Apollo hands down. At first, Andrade had Apollo number, but Apollo on a whole nother vibe right now. We already know how good this man has been in the ring, but he's had kind of like an attitude change, not smiling as much, a little bit more serious. Always had it down in the ring. So now he's got Andrade number, and I think this would be no different. You know, if Goals to get involved, maybe KO would come down. Zelina may try to do something, but I think they'll counteract that, so Apollo's going to retain. Next up, we got the Women's Tag Team Championship match. The new champs, Bayley and Sasha versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics. I'm going to go with Sasha and Bayley because I think this is just further the storyline, and I think that once they do lose it, then that's really going to start to build up for them going against each other. So it looks like probably around SummerSlam. You know, who they will lose to, because they're not really building up the division as they should. There's so many teams that's out there, and so many teams that can be curated. You know, so I know Bayley, the winner of this is going to go to NXT and face Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox. So that is a good sign, and that was supposed to originally happen. So it should be a lot more easier to do now with the way things are. So like I say, let's get these other teams together, and we'll just go from there. So like I say, Sasha and Bayley will retain. Next up, we got Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, and a lot of people feel the same way about this storyline. It's like you took two guys that was getting pushed at the same time, then they go against each other, and somebody has to lose. So Jeff really been getting the best of Sheamus, so I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna go with Sheamus to win. You know, I mean, I think it's clear that Sheamus set Jeff Hardy up, but like I say, Jeff beat Sheamus before. He keep whooping Sheamus' ass, but I think Sheamus is going to get off on this one. So coming up next, we got the Raw Women's Championship match. We got Asuka versus Nia Jax. So Nia has been in the news a lot lately about her injuring people, and some people think she should be fired. Some people think she should go back to NXT. You know, I want to see Nia. See, I had this thing that I wanted Nia to be the one to beat Becky. You know, just so the whole thing with Nia breaking Becky's nose and all that, you know, it comes full circle. But Asuka got to come up, well deserved. I say Asuka will win this match, but I don't think this is over. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Charlotte's going to play a part in this too. I wish she would not, do it, wish she wouldn't, but I think Nia and Asuka should run at it for a nice little minute. And then start building up other people, man. That's the fucking problem, man. Where Liv? Where Bianca? You know, it's like, come on, man. What are we doing? So Asuka will retain. Coming up next, in which is going to be a complete squash match, you got Braun Strowman versus The Miz and John Morris. And obviously, this is just a fly-by-night match. Miz and Morris, and they pretty much just giving Braun hell with the jokes. And like I say, man, Braun gonna squash these dudes easy. If this is over 5 minutes, I'll be shocked. I think Braun should wash these cats easy. So next up, we got the WWE Championship. We got Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. Now, you know, I've been wanting Bobby to win the belt for the longest. I just been wanting him to be in contention. WWE has fucked him over so bad, with the exception of his Intercontinental title run. Well, the beginning of his Intercontinental title run. 2-time Intercontinental champion. And I think this might be another thing where I want Bobby to win, but I think it's just too soon for Drew to drop the belt. Drew been great. And Drew was another guy, just like Drew and Bobby was two people who always had, like, these dudes deserve way more better. Why they not in contention? And here we are, and obviously these dudes got a history because they put on some good matches in the TNA days when Bobby was at his absolute best. Bobby was so fucking good in TNA, and the fact, and they got MVP involved in this, which has been great also. I think this is going to go down the line. I think this feud is going to continue to go, and I know a lot of people feel that Lana is going to get involved, but I'm gonna say this. And I know people have said the same thing. This is what I see happening. I see, because I said this a couple of weeks ago on my Raw Top 10, that what's going to happen is Bobby's going to put the foot. We've seen it so many times. We've seen this. It happened to Shayna it happened to Shayna 3 times where you got to submit, and we know the famous Brett and Austin. Bobby's going to put the full Nelson on. You're going to be dragging Drew all over the place. They're going to get to a corner. Drew's going to kick the turnbuckle, flip over. Bobby's not going to break the hold. 1, 2, 3. That's how I see this finishing. It's all, I just see it. This is exactly how I see it. So Drew's going to retain, but I think the feud is going to continue. If this feud goes on to like SummerSlam or something, then Bobby might get Drew. Bobby might get him. And last but not least, we got Edge versus Randy Orton. Greatest wrestling match ever. Stop it, man. Stop it with that. I think it's going to be a good match, but greatest wrestling match ever, Randy Orton isn't a person I would think would be associated with greatest wrestling match ever. But, I would say I'm going to go with Randy to win this one. And then they're going to have like one more match, and that'll probably be at SummerSlam, and then that'll probably be it. Yeah, because like I said, this has been good. The promos have been good between these two. I think it's a lot more they can do. So, yeah, I would say Randy's going to win this one. And then they're probably going to have like a rubber match, a third match, and then that'll be the end of it. And then both will go their separate ways and do whatever. So, all right, so, and it's funny. I mean, we'll probably have a couple of more matches thrown in there somewhere. Like for right now, this is just what I see at the time. So right now, it's 10:56 a.m. on Saturday. So if anything else get thrown in there, then, whatever. So to recap, I got Apollo retaining against Andrade. I got Sasha and Bayley retaining the Women's Tag Team Championships. I have Sheamus beating Jeff Hardy. I have Asuka retaining her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. I got Braun Strowman beating the dog shit out of Miz and Morrison. If this match goes over, like I said, if this match goes over 5 minutes, I'd be shocked. Matter of fact, it shouldn't even last this long. So Braun retaining. Even though I want Bobby to win, I think Drew's going to retain the WWE Championship, and I told you what the finish is going to be. And in the so-called greatest wrestling match ever, I got Randy Orton getting the heads up on Edge, and then cause them to have a third match. So there y'all have it. So let me know what y'all think. Give me y'all predictions. I'll definitely be watching, especially around this time. There's really nothing else on Sundays. Usually be a whole lot of shows I watch, but it's just this. So I'll definitely be watching, and we'll just go from there. So with that being said, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. JV Lewis, y'all be safe out here. Catch y'all on the rebound. Check out the Patreon. Hit the notification button. Check out the Twitch gaming channel. Check me out on TikTok. And please be safe out here. Watch yourselves out there. Keep protesting. Keep fighting the power. Keep this movement going. We ain't going no fucking where. About to change some shit. And I'll see y'all good people next video. Peace.